this is another example of resources that are up that you can direct your students to. Now, a word of warning about all these resources. I mentioned earlier that your students are going to find these and they're going to access them and they're going to come back to you and say, I saw this on the internet. Unfortunately, there's a problem associated with that, trying to control their enthusiasm to meet the confined needs of what you're trying to get them to understand, and also to check the validity of it. But these sites here come from very reputable universities and university consortiums that are, like the other one, forming partnerships to put up dental. And you know, we don't have to go through all this. It's just to show there's a lot of material here that can do a better job than anyone can to explain what's happening with e-learning in dentistry. For instance, if I just try and show you a couple of, let's go to the one down here, e-learning demos. There's a whole series of exam questions I have on, for instance, and I don't know the answers, but wouldn't it be fun to do a test, have everyone do this test and see if there are any, see if you really know. But here's a question, and it's a scenario, and the student would log in and they would go down, and there's a series of questions asked about this particular scenario or whatever. So that's a useful resource. The other ones, if we go to e-learning downloads here, this is a PC, it's not an Apple, is it? If you click on, and again, it depends on the internet speed here. May not show it. Oh, it's not going to work that way. Anyway, there'll be videos of that. Let's go to orthodontics, that might. No, it's not going to show what frames it has to show. Yeah. The best way of seeing this is to actually, I think, you go with your own internet. But look on the left-hand side, all the topics in dentistry that have these videos and teaching resources. And that reminds me too, that often the trouble is with some resources is that you might recommend to your students to go to cyberdent.ca and see this video demonstration, and then all of a sudden it's not there. And that's because the company have actually taken it away, or the university's taken it away. What I would suggest you do is download it or request permission to use it in your educational environment. Often people will give you permission to use it in an educational environment as long as you don't do commercial, you know, that usual thing. Certainly puts me off going to the dentist again. remember, this is an example of e-learning. And let's just do one more. If it works. Shows you the procedure and the instruments and
outside, he wants your email.
Mm-hmm. Do you know it? Geoff, FF.